hall was totally charged very high. Really, I tell you. Everybody was in deep meditation. And the same way you continue in your house also. Don't forget, there may be a lot of difficulties, obstacles, because this is caused by ruts of people. So you should overcome that and do meditation regularly and systematically. So, always peaceful and lot of energy, blissful, happiness, so nice. All this you should feel it actually. Before leaving, otherwise you will not get chance. When you go there, you will not get all this. So I don't know, what is the next program? Yes, sushi, yes.
Being here with all of you, I think I need this every year. There is something beautiful which I wanted to show you all today, and this is about Guruji. People call it as Guruji's temple, but what is the uniqueness of this temple? Rajesh Vaidya will share few words about this because he was with me while I was shooting this documentary. Rajesh ji, please.
Pranam Guruji, Guruma and all the KMG souls. Actually, it is said in Marathi actually, you should never try to trace the roots of the Guru and the Siddhas. But, I tried to do that with Sushi. Sushi is the project manager. And, he is the best person to spend almost 7 days there. I played a role of only voiceover. But it was really revealing for me. First of all, going back to the place Talitaramma is a fantastic thing. Because there are 2 gurus of mine. One is a material world guru, Shankaran, Putalat Shankaran, and Guruji. So it was really indeed a great opportunity for me. Now what I would like to say, if you heard last 2 days, really, Guruji talked a lot about emphasis he has given on the gurus, many gurus, as well as the ancestors, if you notice carefully. Okay, and there are lots of spiritual souls who help us even after our many deaths across lives. And they are the ones who come to take us together. And they are the ones who actually help us grow. If you have read, if you have not done past life regression, at least if you have done some books reading and all that, you'll come to know. It's really an important role they have got, the ancestors who has passed away, the gurus, and the special souls who are really guiding us. So this particular temple is an amazing temple, Kuratiyamma, the name of the goddess. And it's actually formless swarup of Parvati's daughter. But more about that you'll hear in the documentary. But what I liked about is when I visited there, it was an amazing energy. I mean, I cannot describe. I am not a person who would sense energies. But I really sensed energies, amazing energy. And the temple is a classical Keralite temple, which is of Kula Devata. Kula Devata means the family of people, like Alinkil family in this case. They had formed that particular temple. And later on, Guruji shifted it to a separate place, away from the house. Earlier, it was inside the house. There is a Naga Devata. Now in Kerala, Naga Devata is considered very important. There is a temple of Naga Devata, and nobody is allowed to even enter in that premises, except for some selected people. And if you really experience Kundalini within, you will feel that there is also a Naga Devata inside you, but you will experience as the time goes. The second thing is there is Shiva's form, which is Bhagwan Gulikan. Now it's a fantastic concept they have got. You have to leave your attachments, ahankara, and all the wrong ideas before you go to Kuratiyamma, to the Lord Gulikan. Correct me if I'm wrong. So the next step is that Guruji has formed a small temple adjoining Kuratiyamma's temple. That is a place where you can meditate and invite your gurus as well as ancestors. That's a fantastic place. I think Sushi should explain her experience briefly if she is allowed time and all that. But that is a place, first you should go before you approach Kurati Amma. And you should experience and guidance from your ancestors. Many times, we do not get guidance. Why things are happening to us? Why our spiritual path is not progressing? Why material life is not progressing? Why our relative is behaving in a particular way? All these answers you can actually get from your ancestors and your many life gurus if you meditate there. This is something unique temple, Kurati Amma temple. There is a goddess of Nirakar form and you can meditate there. Now, one more thing I will tell you, something different than the temple. Once upon a time, the biggest industrialist of India was asked a question. Why don't you follow Indian architectural concepts in your plant design? So he said, why should I follow? I am fantastic. I am very powerful. Why should I do that? So one expert from Hyderabad, who was a Vastu expert, he explained him beautifully. See, whatever efforts you put, they are X form, but they will give you only 1/4 success. The other 3 forms of success, they come from your prarabdha karma. Second is how you deal with the other people, how you carry them together, and the third is the Vastu. Every Vastu has a kind of a Kundalini, we believe. Okay, and that also impacts us. Every state, every nation, every place has a Vastu. The moment it was explained to him, he said, okay, Rajesh, follow entirely in all our plant design. So coming back from that concept, I am telling you, we must visit this temple. We must try to experience what I am saying. And then we'll understand, Guruji, of course, is a great opportunity for all of us in this life. Having a live Guru is not so easy. It's a blessing, actually. It's a grace of the God. But at the same time, what will happen to our children, if you think about that? What will happen to our next generation? Will they be equally beneficial in terms of the grace of their gurus? They should be. But the person, industrialist example I gave you, because he immediately thought, and he later told me, see, my children will not be as strong and powerful like me. They may not have that kind of a fate. So I must try to incorporate whatever grace, whatever Vastu, everything in our design. Same way, we should try to visit this temple, in my opinion. This is my humble request. Okay, and I'll finish my brief speech. Please have a look at the video. Thank you.
Om Shanti. The documentary has been made in 5 languages. Anybody who wishes to take it back to their people and to their districts can come forward. They will be given a copy of each. And this documentary, with the help of Sri Ramji, I am giving it to the channel, which is a Bhakti channel, and it has 5 satellite sub-channels, which will be going all over India. So thank you very much, all the KMGians who have helped me in bringing this out. That is my small gift on Guruji's birthday, because it is his work. Thank you very much.
You have done great work. And she has put a lot of effort in this, make this documentary. So she has spent a lot of time, day and night, totally day and night, tireless. And also with the technicians. And Pradeep was there too much, and he put a lot of effort. And then Sri Vaidya, his wife, all these people helped her to make a proper documentary, which actually guide the people. Because it's very rare to have your gurus, ancestors in one place. It's practically rare to get those people actually. Also, if you really meditate there, you can bring them, or they may come there. In fact, you can interact with them, their problem or your problems. All these things, it's easily possible there only. I traveled many parts of the world, not even India also. But there was not a system actually to sort out these things. So in fact, it was shown to me to build a system where you can interact with your dead people or your old gurus or your ancestors. So literally a room was made along with the temple actually, and it was energized by the typical Kerala puja and all that. There is some way how it can be done. So special tantris were called actually, and it was done. It was done on May 22nd. So every year they repeat that actually to re-energize and to invite, or just like we do Foundation Day, they also do Foundation Day on May 22nd actually. And in fact, when you sit there, even in the forefront there are benches, and if you sit half an hour meditation, there will be tremendous, literally there is, I can't explain actually. The meditation experience, it is very rare. Many places you will not feel. Very easily you can go on deep meditation in that surrounding. That is the other advantage actually. And this Pradeep's mother, when she feels any time uneasiness or depression, she will come and sit here half an hour. She feels relaxed and then she leaves actually. So many people, those who don't have children, those who get brain tumor and all that, they pray there. And in fact, a lot of results, immediately it is seen there. Some of the result, it takes some little time. Otherwise, practically, most of the results are given by praying there. Generally, people may not believe, but this is my experience only. I also did not believe all time because I don't believe even in God also, I tell you. But I have seen many things, beyond imagination things are there. It's very rare actually. Practically you will not believe, but I have literally experienced many things, many things. And also, those people, the ancestors, they are all very powerful. In my house, even in night or daytime, I can experience their presence. You will see somebody talking, somebody walking and all that. Practically it is impossible in a scientific way. But I have literally experienced people walking on my steps, then the leg has got such, what is that? Something is there who danced that. All this sound, I can feel it at night actually. Even sometimes daytime also I can feel people going up and down, all these things. So literally you may not believe scientifically, but these are all present there, and I experienced many times. Even daytime also people going there, and literally there is nobody. So most of you people have visited there. When in Kerala, there we have done half an hour meditation also. Heavy rain was there. Then I talked to that. Sushi has made that documentary to spread that to whom they deserve, so that some people get the knowledge of that actually. She really took a lot of interest in that, and it has become very nice, and it has come out also very nice. Thank you, Sushi. We are thankful for Seva itself and his wife, Sri Vidya. Then Krishna and his wife, Vidya. They are not here. Then Arjun and his wife, Harshida, who have really helped us to run this show. And I am really thankful and grateful to them actually. And I have called them here in the stage so that we all, give our blessings, happiness, everything to them. Because literally they work very hard. So,
Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
beyond some level, these people have worked actually. Come. This is this is Srivat sir. Actually, he has mainly worked for us, and he is a new member, but still his contribution is very great to us. So, Krishna is not new to us actually. Mr. Arjun and his wife Harshida. Actually, for global Satsang, these two people has literally worked. He has seen people who work behind the scene. Actually, it is not behind the scene, at the scene. So much they have put the work. And all of them really sincerely worked for us. We don't have... the people here actually is very less. So, Sri Vidya, in fact, I came here some 2-3 times, I think. I came to Mysore. Actually, she wanted a sender to come here. This was her desire. But anyway, at least retreat came here instead of sender. So, but anyway, I hope there will be a lot of activities in Mysore. But I feel a lot of negativeness is there here. So, the nature has pushed us here to remove that actually. In fact, we were highly successful in removing high negativeness here, especially in Karnataka. I can feel it every morning, how much we removed. So people's face also I have seen so much happiness. And there is a lot of confusion in this place, which even it attack you in some stages actually. Various blocks or delays are caused. All these things, even in management side also, many things, confusion and loyalty, all these things were lost actually. So we hope as we grow here, our things will give lot of positiveness here actually. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Thanks to these people, give a great push. And please take a photo of these people. One photo session is. I invite few of our members who have started new initiative for KMG. Sushila, Operational Head of KMG Center. Sushila will talk for some few minutes give her ideas and how she is managing. And I am very thankful for her. If not work her, actually, my life totally in Hyderabad depend on her only. So I am very grateful to her. Please go ahead.
Pranams Gurudeva, Pranams Guruma, Om Shanti, my dear KMGian family. It's my pleasure and privilege to share my thoughts today on this auspicious occasion. All of us are happy about the opening of our new KMG center at our Hyderabad. Out of his infinite compassion and love for our KMG family, Guruji has given us this center, which is a dream come true. This center belongs to each and every one of us. Thank you. I was fortunate to be associated with Guruji in the project of construction of this center from scratch till its completion. But it's a great experience, huge experience for me. Guruji worked selflessly and untiringly to make it possible. I am a witness to all the trouble he took on himself to see that, to see that center has come up as per his vision. I was amazed at the interest he took upon every level in the construction, not only in the construction, but also in furnishing it well. As always, he never compromised on quality. He personally visited all the shops for various items like fittings, tiles, etc., etc., because he wanted to give us the best. Many times I felt that he did not even sleep until the completion of our center. Guruji has inaugurated the center with a pious havan and chanting of Vedic mantras. It's indeed a lesson to all of us in hard work, dedication, selflessness and commitment, and a single point focus to achieve what he wanted. May we walk in his footsteps wholeheartedly and with full faith. Let us surrender to him wholeheartedly and follow his instructions without fail, and let this be our Guru Dakshina we offer to our Divine Master that would actually and really please him. Now that our center is fully ready, we want to start various activities with Guruji's permission and blessings. We want to perform Guru Padika Puja on every full moon day and meditations every month at periodical intervals. We will be undertaking all KMG activities like healings, meditation, PHP exercises. Guruji, once he was mentioning that the energy levels in this center are very high and you can never ever find this anywhere in this world. And actually we are living in meditation, he said. Hence I request you all to visit this center and enjoy the bliss.
Actually, Hyderabad center have very powerful energy actually flowing. When you enter itself, you will feel so much energy. Very rarely anywhere you will feel it, and so high, and you will be really blessed to have that energy actually. So anybody feeling, please visit that center actually. We are trying to get arrangements for staying also. Soon it will be made. The work is going on actually. So it is your second home actually. So please visit and stay comfortably there. Om Shanti. And Sushila is there always actually for any help. It's not this help. You tell her, she will really do whatever you want. It is very rare to see such people.
Guruji, thank you very much for the confidence and trust you have reposed on me by giving this opportunity to serve you and all our KMG members. With your blessings and cooperation of all our KMG family, I will do my level best and I will try to live up to your expectations, Gurudeva. Most importantly, my very special thanks to Guruma for her love and able guidance in running the center. And I don't think I could take this responsibility without her unseen and silent support. Thank you very much, Guruma. And my sincere thanks to all the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Thank you all. Om Shanti, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Gurudev.
I request Mr. Sriram, who is helping us in organic farming, to come here and say some words about his activity or about our activities about the organic farming. Actually, some of the vegetables already we are enjoying actually.
Pranam Gurudeva, Pranam Guruma. Pranam to all KMGians. Before I start, actually, I just would like to clarify a couple of things. One is, it is not my effort. Definitely, it's not my effort. It is solely the blessings of Guruji and his initiative. I am only an instrument. I strongly believe, because as I share my experience with you, you will all agree with that. Because that's the first point. Second point is, it is not my farming. I never felt that I'm doing something of my own, or on my own, or by my own self. For everything and anything, I looked up at Gurudeva and whoever I could take support from. And I thank you, Guruji, for whatever you've done without actually being present there with me. But I feel, it's experiential. It's nothing I have to say that, to prove a point or something. So it's not my effort, it's not my farming, it's not mine. It is KMG's. I got the permission to do the cultivation only when I use the name KMG Trust. Thank you, Dr. Vatsal, and every trustee who have given that thing. It went under your name, by the way. So it was all given by the trust, and you're all part of it. You're all the owners, as Guruji says. So I personally, what I've done, I don't know. So I have spent time, yes. I relentlessly spent time, and every now and then I took guidance from Guruji, and I didn't know anything, ABCs of farming. Actually, I never had any inkling that I'd be getting into this, an area which I don't know at all. It was my skewed or right or what thought it was. It was my thought that, which I proposed. And Guruji said, you idiot, you prove yourself. So, yeah, maybe. I could not get what I should have got. So, to that extent, yes, I'm an idiot. So, I jolly well agree that I could not give the right kind of a carrot when he came into Hyderabad. But I gave something which looks like carrot, It was a little better than what our friend cultivated in the backyard, Anar, which he was explaining yesterday. A little better, a shade better maybe. But definitely it was not tasting like carrot. So this is Guruji, Guruji said, anyway, I think this was sloppiness of the guys who were taking care, including me, of course. So I said, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was our first season. We rushed through. So we just took over in the month of June, but then we wanted to, I remember still in the month of April when we met in Vizag, I was saying that by December we should have something in our hand. But the nature is something different. You have to listen to it. It doesn't listen to you. No matter what you do. I only know what kind of energy or resources or whatever, which is like minuscule portion in front of the nature, I have put into that farm. I just put everything behind it. men, material, whatever is required. So it was actually when Guruji first came and said, he looked at me and said, yeah, do it. So it be. So the reason why he said is he actually, that is, he wanted to give an experience to me, or he wanted to change me. I mean, even today, if I say that, you know, we're going to get this or that from the farm, he says, Inshallah. So I know very well that he knows what is going to come from that farm, or what is going to come from the efforts of a few individuals like me. He knows very, very well. But he doesn't utter a single word. He always keeps pushing or keeps blessing me, saying that you keep doing it. I mean, and ultimately when we got good vegetables, he said, donate it all. So, I mean, it was very, I was very equally happy and elated to kind of share it with the ashram. It was ashram for poor people, ashram for destitutes, and college for girls, hostel for girls, and you know, lots of institutions like that, free of cost. I mean, we got decent amount of you know, produce from these test crop, I would say. So September when we started, it was like a jungle. So Guruji came, I have 2 minutes, right? Yeah, so Guruji came and then he just looked around and blessed the place and blessed all the individuals who were working on the farm and said, good luck. So we just went ahead and took that as very seriously. So said that, you know, his good luck is there with us, so we should be lucky enough to get what we want. So, and then we deployed resources and then changed the entire place. And what was a jungle before, in the month of Jan, when he came in again second time, it was clearly visible that we've done something. He just said, you've done something. So I don't know what I've done, but I have, we could convert that entire thing into a decent cultivable place, I would say. And we just sowed a few vegetables and few crops. I mean, in the sense, in a couple of acres we've just selected. We've got the lease in the name of KMG Trust. It's not in my name. So, and we've got about 15 acres of land, which is good for vegetation and growing of vegetables. Out of that, we just took a sample of 2 acres, just to, you know, kind of test it and see what we get out of it. So we just got different varieties. Some of the varieties have gone bad, some of them have come. We practically have taken a land which is zero in micro and macronutrients, and because it was not cultivated for quite some time, it was about 7 long years since it was, that's why it was a jungle actually. So it was a lot of vegetation there. So we used that vegetation for biodiversity, and we put that back into the soil so that, you know, but anyway, the efforts will not go waste, I'm sure. But as of now, Guruji, it's not organic farming, it is just a farming. So farming using without fertilizers, farming without using fertilizers, I would say. So whatever crop we get without fertilizers and without using, and that was the only piece of land in the entire district of Siddipet, Medak, which is not using any fertilizer. So that is something which is, which I should say, thanks to him. We just wanted to do it and we did it. We intentionally did it, no matter what the yield is going to be, no matter what the produce is going to be. So we did that, and then we got something, and now this is a good example as to what we need to do further. So my experience, what happened in between, okay, anybody can come, spend some time, money and resources and probably get something out of it. Like Guruji said, you know, a few kgs of carrot, which is called carrot, but not actually carrot. So, so anybody can get that. Any one of us can easily go and do that. I mean, that's not a big deal. But what happened in the process is something which I must share with you, because this is like, you know, going and doing something with your own hands and not murking and muddying, and basically going and doing it and experiencing as to how it's actually responding. When I have, my moods are, you know, kind of balanced, and kind of, I have no expectations. I have no expectations of the outcome of my effort, then the result is different. When I go and do it with, okay, tomorrow we're going to get this, the expectation is different, the outcome is equally different. Nature does not, this is what I understood, most of you may be knowing, most of you are more experienced than me, I'm sure, because a lot of people here have left cultivation, or their forefathers have left cultivation and got into cities and got into the regular life. But I have got the reverse way. My great-grandfathers were doing this cultivation, and my great-fathers have left this cultivation, and I am going back to it. Now, point is like, the experience was something which changed my thought process, most importantly. So it was not about getting some produce, it was about how to get the produce. I mean, actually, when you get without using any manure or without giving what the soil wants, it's like taking the blood out of the soil. Actually taking blood out of the soil. So we feel that, we are doing something, we feel guilty actually. So that is some kind of what he talks about love. It's love without any expectation. It's love without, asking for something. We are not asking anything. Whatever you give, Guruji, we take it. It's after all your produce, your nature, your cultivation, your everything. And I'm just an instrument. And I'm not taking it. I'm not here for, I'm here for everybody to share it. That's why I keep it in the center, though unfortunately we got very little produce this time. Next time I'm sure we'll be able to kind of keep enough material in the center so that we can distribute it to people there. Whoever comes to our center, be it needy or not needed. So either way we are game. And this is not for a commercial purpose that we are trying to do this farming. This is basically, as Guruji says, I have not really discovered why I'm doing this, but as Guruji says, this is something what I'm doing to remove certain bad karma, I don't know, maybe something in me. That's something I'll find out maybe one day as to what I'm trying to remove in myself. I'm in that process. The journey is a beautiful journey. You will kind of talk to yourself, keep questioning yourself, and keep removing layer after layer of expectation. Keep removing everything, kind of animosity, kind of hatred, kind of anger on people. Because they're just mere instruments. They don't know anything. I mean, if I don't know anything, then what do they know? But the only hope is when a person who is having defects can do something. I presume I don't have many defects. Yeah, I have few defects, but why not I? Was the only question. And it may look stupid on people, or for some people to understand that an ex-banker who is an advisor to a few companies, why is he getting into all this and marking your hands? So I'm not doing it. Somebody asked me to discover. So that's the reason I think I'm doing this. And the roadmap is very clear. We are doing this particular piece of land now, and we are going to get something in the next season that is going to be, this time definitely for Diwali, before Diwali. And we're going to ramp up the scale. And there are a few people here who have offered their support. I sincerely thank them, and they can continue supporting whichever way they want to support. They can come and participate. This is your farm. As Sushila madam said, it's your KMG house. Similarly, this is your farm. So there are places to stay, I mean, within the farm. And you can definitely enjoy the natural, scenic, biodiversified beauty. This is as far as one piece of land is concerned. The second piece of land, I just am looking at your blessings, Guruji, because that is suitable for some more things.
My blessing is always there.
Thank you, Guruji, I know that. But I take it for granted, rather. So, but then the point, Guruji, is that there's a crossroad, actually. So if you go deep into it, the nature and the soil will suck you. Whatever you pour into the soil, it will just suck you. That's for sure. So, including yourself. It wants you to dedicate yourself to it, unflinchingly. It doesn't want you to see anywhere here and there. So that is a decision which I have to take. Probably I need the support of my family for that. And I don't know. As of now, I'm at the crossroad. I need all your blessings. to move forward and see if we can do something. And we have a few more pieces of land which we are trying to aggregate. And the critical aspect here is the support. Unless I have your support in terms of both putting your hands together to support and come there and work on that, whatever manner you want, you deem it fit. And get the produce also. It's all like ours. So it's nothing that we're going to take home, or we're going to basically sell it somewhere, or we're going to take that money. It's not going to be great. Let me tell you, it doesn't commensurate your investment at all. That's why a farmer is always at a loss, because it doesn't commensurate, because most of the times he'll end up either throwing the output or the produce, or he'll basically that's the suffering of the farmer. And now, since I'm a small-time farmer, so I would say that, I know my sufferings. If I go and sell tomatoes at a season when tomatoes are selling at 5 rupees a kg, I don't know what I can make out of that. So, bad planning, bad timing, and whatever. So we need to be a little more careful. This is our first year of experience, not even fully completed. So we're going to do something better in the coming days. We've taken a long-term lead, so it's going to be for all of us to enjoy, provided you all decide to enjoy it. It's all up to you. So I think, after this experience, they both don't exist, because I have not done anything, Guruji, because it was like, kind of a wave riding on a wave.
This is a mission.
Yeah, mission completed, but patient died. That's okay.
No, it is not to be completed. It is not ending actually.
Yes,
it's only
Guruji.
Starting.
Yeah, it's only
So
starting.
initially lot of problems will be there.
Yeah.
And the land we got, it is not even a correct land.
Correct.
To get a product, it is very difficult, practically very difficult. We have to change the land. So it is not again easy. And we are new to the system also. But anyway, he has really worked. And I'm really thankful for that actually. I'm not bothered about the result. But we have done it.
Yeah.
Remaining is nature has to give us. But and also we have produced some product which we have donated, and it is not for any profit or anybody. Or we practically distributed means all the products to the people actually at free of cost. So it is a great endeavor actually. One of our mission, it may not be main, but it actually helps the nature. Many people don't cultivate in a proper way, but we are actually farming in a scientific way and thoroughly in a right way. No chemicals, everything systematically. But sometimes nature does not help us. So for that I am not worried also, because some of the crops get destroyed by the rain actually. So I am really thankful to Sriram because he has put all his effort, money, time, everything for that free service. So it is our duty, KMG Center, to thank him for his great
Thank you so
help,
much.
actually,
All your
which he
blessings,
has given
Guruji.
to us.
All your
I'm really
blessings.
thankful. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Next, I will invite Usha Kiran for her monthly satsang at Hyderabad. She is the oldest senior member of our group. I want her here to talk few words, and very knowledgeable person.
My reverential pranams to the lotus feet of Guruji and also Guruma and my family here. Whenever I speak about a Guru, my Gurus, I get overwhelmed. It takes me a few seconds to get back to speak about my Guru. So please excuse me, just give me a second. नहीं. So,
Ushakaran, sit there.
no, it's all like Guruji. I'll stand. No.
Comfortable.
No, I'm comfortable, Guruji. Thank you.
Okay, carry on.
So, for the last 3 days, we have been listening to Guruji, and he had been, like, Guruji is a very silent worker, a man of very few words, unlike other gurus. But in the last 3 days, he has revealed so much about himself, his mission, and also at what minutest level he works on each of us for our elevation. So living in the presence of a living guru is the greatest blessing. And we at KMG are very lucky souls because he has picked each one of us. He always says, most of us must have heard many times, that only people who are destined will come to him. Not everybody can reach him. So each one of you are handpicked by Guruji. And they say, whenever an avatar or a higher master descends on earth for a mission or for a purpose, he brings all his ganas. Ganas are his disciples, his souls, to work for his mission. This I realized in my early days when I was initiated in the first level. Like any other person, I was not very serious. Sometimes I used to do, sometimes I used to neglect. Then one day he called me, made me sit and said very firmly, and of course the tone was firm, but it was full of love. He said, Usha, become serious. I have a mission to do. I have a mission to complete. That made me realize for what purpose he is here. So from that day onwards, I became serious, and I started my regular practice of meditation, following his protocols. And until then, I was like any of you, who took it very lightly. And to tell about Guruji, Guruji is not an ordinary soul. He has come here for a purpose. He has come on earth for a purpose. When he has come on earth for a purpose, he brought all of us. Even yesterday, or in all of the retreats, he was always telling us, we were a family together sometime long back, but our karma has separated us. Now he's handpicking each soul to come to him so that his mission will be complete. Now realize how important you are in his mission. You are not here just like that, coming to a retreat or meeting Guruji or taking healings from him. If he has brought you in your pain and suffering, I say it is only a ruse to get connected to his energies, empower you, make you work for his mission. So, I tell each member of the KMG family is a higher soul, not an ordinary soul who take birth again and again, die again and again. We are all celestial beings picked to work for his mission. So we all have a very high responsibility on our shoulders in fulfilling his mission. If you are not there, his mission is incomplete. See how beautifully he has designed this scheme and brought all of us. So this we can achieve only when we attain the highest level of purity. How do we? The protocols, the meditation and other things, whatever he has taught us. And another aspect which I would like to highlight is, not that he can't do it all by himself. For the past 3 days, he was telling about Mysuru, how negative this place is, and nature wanted him to heal this place. Do you think that he required all of us to come here to remove the negativity? Just 1 foot on the soil of Mysore, the entire Karnataka state would have been healed. But see his love and compassion. He brought his army. If he is the army general, he brought his army to combat negativity. In this, there are 2 benefits. One way, he is elevating each individual soul. How? By making us participate in his mission. What are we doing here? In the comfort of this beautiful resort, we are only sitting here and meditating, sending our energies to the universe. So this way, what is he trying to do? He is balancing our account. He is reducing our negative karma and increasing the positive balance. Because his mission is to give mukti to every soul that reaches him. It is his duty and responsibility to elevate us. So each and every aspect or every activity he undertakes, his only aim is to see that you are elevated, you are benefited, not him. It is us who are getting benefited by simply, participating, being with him, sharing our energies. And sharing of energies to the universe is not a small task. No ordinary soul can do it. Only a higher soul at a higher level can only do this. Now realize your importance, how important you are for his mission. Without you, there is no mission for him to complete. So once we realize, we should become more responsible, and we have a duty to work. So I would only request all the members to be very sincere, follow whatever he says, because many times of late, usually I never open my mouth in the presence of Guruji. I only sit and listen. Many times, after the KMG center was opened, almost in every visit he says, there are people who do not participate in Thursday meditation. They sleep, and I can tell you the names. So don't be lazy. To all the other people who are sleeping on Thursday, this is a wake-up call for you. Don't think your guru doesn't know. He is taking your head count when you are entering the grid. And do you think entering the grid is a small job? No. Entering a grid, if you can understand the importance and how much his efforts are to elevate you, I don't think anybody would neglect to, and the benefit you reap by Thursday meditation, I don't think any one of you would neglect and sleep on Thursday. At one day in a week, he's asking you how much time? Half an hour. If a person cannot spend half an hour for himself, then I would, according to me, he's not worth living. After all, what are we even earning for? What is that ultimately you're going to get? You earn, you run after your materialistic gains, your jobs, your professions, your kith and kin, your family. Ultimately, what is that you're going to take when you're leaving this abode? Nothing. Then if you can't spend half an hour time for yourself, then you are not worth living. And the importance of grid, you might have read it in Amritadhara several times, Guruji must have been telling, but once again, for the sake of the newcomers who have come here, grid requires a certain specification of energy to go enter into the grid. If you are not able to produce that kind of an energy, then you entry into the grid will not happen. See, many of us don't even know how to meditate. Many of us are just the beginners. And many of us do not have strong bodies, or many of us did not do that long sadhana to reach the grid. But every Thursday, we are happily sitting for half an hour. Guruji says, you have all entered into the grid. There's so much of energy and all. How is it happening? It is not us. It is his energies which is pushing us into the grid. Then, after that, what is he doing? All the energies which are giving it to the grid, he's channelizing it to the universe. Wherever the universe, like there is a lot of negativity, he's channelizing that energy to that negative place to heal it. And in the process, what are you getting? You are, punya is credited into your account, and your negativity is reducing. You go into a mukti path only when your negative karma or negative energy is zero. So each and every step, each and every activity he is undertaking is only about you, not for himself. And another aspect, the second benefit what we get is, there may be very handful of us who can generate that kind of an energy. Most of us are sick, ailing. Those people who are weak-bodied and who are not able to produce that kind of an energy, positive energy, they are getting healed in the grid. How? The collective energy of all the other people will help you heal faster. If your healing takes 2 years or 10 years, this will happen within 6 months. Are we not at an advantage? If we realize this, I don't think anybody would neglect. So please understand, be aware of how important you are to his mission, and the responsibility you have on your shoulders, work for it, complete it. See, he says, his promise is, anybody who comes to me, I'll give mukti in this lifetime. At the most, how long are we going to live? 75 years. At the most, maximum, if you can think, the lifespan, average lifespan, if you can take. So what is distributed in 10 janmas or 100 janmas, what we have to undergo is condensed into one lifetime. That is 70 years. So if it is 70 years, I came to him in my 30th year. That means I have only the remaining 40 years. So within these 40 years, the 10 janmas efforts or karmas should be condensed, and everything should happen, and I should complete it to go to mukti. The mukti is the ultimate this thing for every soul. So if I have to do, what is the effort I have to put? Are you all putting that kind of an effort? No. He's taken us in his lap and pushing us. But many of us don't realize that. Please realize what he's doing for you, how much of energy he's spending on you, and how much he's helping you to complete it in one this thing. And I'm sure we are very fortunate because in this janma we have Guruji. I don't know if tomorrow I have another janma, I don't think I'll have a guru like him. Who knows? We never know about tomorrow. So we have only today. So please, buckle up, brace yourself up, and we are running against time. So be sincere in your efforts, come together and practice whatever he says, and make his mission successful. Without you, please remember, without you, his mission is incomplete. And third aspect which I would like to talk about is the KMG house. His sankalp took shape as KMG house in Hyderabad. KMG house is the vortex of energy. You simply sit, close your eyes, you go into a trance. That is the kind of energies we have in KMG house. So it is, when I was very young, I used to long to run away to Himalayas for my sadhana, but that never happened. That's a different story. But you need not have to run away to Himalayas or to some secluded places to do your sadhana or get better. What is KMG Center is a mother's lap. Come, energize yourself, regenerate yourself, and get back with more rigor and vigor, and then achieve the highest. So that is, and one more thing. This is all I'm telling you to those people, okay, those who are strong enough, those who invest their time in their sadhana, elevate themselves to the higher this thing, well and good. But those who are ailing, who wants a fast recovery, come to KMG Center, spend your weekends or few days, whichever is feasible to you. Get energized. Sit there in meditation, get energized, enjoy the silence. There are people out there to help you. Shishila, our Annapurna is there. She will take care. There are other people also to help you. Just come. This is your house. It's an open house to all of you. It is our house, and it is your mother's lap. So, come, enjoy, and get yourself, make a faster progress, elevating yourself. And the third aspect, what I wanted to tell is how to carry forward his mission. That is what Vasal was telling me when he said, you just highlight few points and how to carry this. At an individual level, all of us will do a sadhana. And at an individual level, if you are strong enough, you are dedicated, you are very, sincere, disciplined, yes, the progress can happen. But there may be some lazy latifs like me, sometimes we do, sometimes I don't do. So for them, what I would say is, I have heard there are few groups who are formed and daily meditating as a group. So when you collectively sit at a particular time and meditate, the energies will be very high. So those of you who are not able to raise that kind of an energy, or any ailing person is there, that others' energies will help you heal fast. So come together. Make small groups, wherever it is possible, wherever it is feasible, according to your times, and like-minded people come together, form small groups, share your energies, share your knowledge, and then elevate yourself. What also the collective meditation, what happens is you inspire each other, you motivate each other. So I'm told, I have a small group of 30 people. Every day morning at 5:30 to 6, we meditate. Apart from that, I heard Gunjan, this is for you, to you and your team. She has also started a group where morning and I think, I don't know, twice a day or once a day, whatever it is, they have the meditation sessions, all of them sitting together and doing it. And also, they have some special sessions like gratitude program and other aspects where, they share, they talk about it and how to get over your blocks and how to get over things easily. And for a faster progress, they're making an effort. And Gayatri and team, I also congratulate you for your efforts in the bringing up people together for your Palmistry group. And I do not know if there are any other groups which are doing it. They'll be coming in. Okay, right. As far as my knowledge goes, these are only the 3 groups which I know. So what I say is, come together. Come together, collectively you do, your progress is very fast. This is what Guruji has been teaching us all along. We are a family, we got lost. Now come together and become a family. Join once again. Thank you. Thank you, Guruji. And one more thing. 1 second. Guruji said monthly satsangs. This is yet to be, we are yet to begin in KMG house at Hyderabad. We'll plan it and chuck it out in a program. And one more thing, Corona, I should really thank, because Corona brought people together. Everywhere there are online satsangs, online interactions, online meetings with the gurus. There's so much, in the comfort of your house you can sit and you can help many people. You need not have to put a laborious act or do anything to, help people. You can sit at your house, in the comfort of your house, like Guruji said, if you're powerful enough, you can send your energies to any corner of the universe. And I would say, if you go a little higher in your sadhana, you can even work in the astral planes. So, it's now our job and our duty to rise to that and fulfill his mission. Thank you very much, Guruji, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Shah.
And thank you, Guruma. She has always been a very good, very, very big support. Always standing behind us, encouraging us, and more than anything, the motherly love she gives. Thank you very much.
One thing I want to mention, this Thursday meditation, if you really miss, then your children and your parents, whatever sick or everything it is there, it will go on increasing. If you want to reduce their problem, literally, this is the only way I tell you. You cannot tell, I missed it, I slept it. Your parents or your children will be highly punished, I tell you. Because you had a duty to the nature. If you are not doing the duty, you are not going to get punished. Your dependent will be put in great trouble, I tell you. I really warn you. Because this is not a simple thing actually. Thursday meditation is a group meditation. It's got high value and you are supposed to do. And if you really miss you cannot tell, I slept, I did not. Because I see some people actually, I experience also. And they will have terrific problem which make them, life very miserable. I just warn you actually. Okay. Next is Gunjan actually. She does monthly satsang in Bombay, very active, highly active person, helping many people in Bombay, organizing different activities and guiding the people. Gunjan, welcome. Okay, Rita also.
Om Shanti. प्रणाम गुरुजी, प्रणाम गुरुमा, प्रणाम ऑल। 3 लोक 9 खंड में, 3 लोक 9 खंड में गुरु से बड़ा न कोय, करता करे न कर सके, गुरु करे सो होए। This we all have experienced। और गुरुजी क्या क्या कर सकते हैं हम सब जानते हैं। प्रेरणा भी उन्हीं से आती है, आशीर्वाद भी उन्हीं से आता है, हम तो खाली इंस्ट्रूमेंट हैं उनके हाथ में। तो वी स्टार्टेड एक्चुअली ऑफलाइन सत्संग लास्ट ईयर इन अगस्त। For 6 months we carried out, but due to COVID protocol, we shifted to online satsang. So now we are doing weekly online satsangs. We attended global satsang also. That was done by Anushka and Advait. Thanks to you. We all attended this session and we were blessed by Guruji and Guruma. And now the details of the that sessions we are carrying out, the details will be shared by Gunjan.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Guruma. And thank you, Vatsal, for giving me this opportunity to come here and talk. I feel I'm the most junior most member here. And I will be talking basically about the different online activities that our team is conducting. We work as a team. And thank you so much, yes, Usha ji, for giving me so much of credit, which I don't know I deserve or not. But since just Guruji mentioned about the Thursday meditation and how important it is, I myself, I think, have been lazy many times in doing my regular meditation. So it started out of a selfish reason that, once if I, take the initiative, so then I have to do it, and with me, others will also do it. So keeping that in mind, we started doing the daily online group meditations. So we generally have, as per Guruji's protocol, we have the meditation twice a day. Morning we have it at 6 a.m. and evening at 8:30 p.m. from Monday to Saturday. So this is one of the initiative, and it has helped many of us in regularizing with our daily meditations, And group meditations, as Usha ji has also mentioned, there's always a blessing as, when we come together as a group, there's a huge energy being created. And when we do it in a group, we get a lot of punya. So we have been doing it for quite some time, and many of us have got a lot of benefit out of it. The next initiative that we had was, we started with weekend sessions, where weekend, that was Sunday afternoon kind of thing, we choose somewhere around 4 to 5, for convenient time for everybody. We started with Abhyas Satra. These are the practice sessions in which, we especially we designed it so that, we can follow all of Guruji's protocol together in a group. Now, sometimes when Guruji tells us to do PHP, acupressure, we are busy in our daily lives, we have jobs, we have other responsibilities. There's a tendency to miss that, But when you start doing it in a group at the weekends, it reinforces, the thing that you have to do it. And it also gives you that additional energy and that support that you continue following Guruji's protocol. So in the Abhyas Satra, we do the Tibetan rites, the PHP, acupressure, Guruji's book reading, chanting of Om Shanti, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. We do affirmations. And we also do, in the end, Gyan Charcha. Basically, we discuss, we share experience. If somebody has some doubt, then others, senior people in the group, they clarify the doubts. So we get to interact with each other. The next initiative that we had was forgiveness. I think Vatsalji and Guruji had mentioned about this in the retreat, how important forgiveness is in our spiritual journey. Sometimes, we carry a lot of hurt and pain, Maybe many years back something happened and, it remains in our mind. Sometimes we don't even realize that. So our angel Preeti, she beautifully took us on this journey of consciously forgiving all those who have sometime in our life caused us hurt and pain. And we had some amazing results, a lot of emotional release also happening in this session. and it was beautiful. And I really agree with what Preeti said, ki these sessions are not to be conducted once, because on a daily basis we have so many interaction in the outside world where we can again collect hurt and pain. So we definitely intend to have these sessions regularly, so that we are free from this additional wordage in our system. She also made us realize how important this forgiveness is, and thank you so much, Preeti, for this session. It was a wonderful session. We have some amazing talent in our group, Talent Unlimited from KMG. So the next is our angel Durga. She initiated the Bhajan Sandhya, where we had an enchanting and blissful evening filled with bhajans and Sufi songs. And we all decided we'll sing one bhajan, and when we finished the bhajan sandhya, we actually realized that all of us had so much of variety. We actually sang bhajans of each and every deity available, I think. So it was so amazing. I mean, thanks to Guruji for all the grace. So a big thank you to our Nightingale for taking the initiative. Nothing when works in our life without, we have this attitude of gratitude. It's so important. Forgiveness and gratitude, I think, are pillars of spirituality. Because बहुत बार ज़िंदगी में इसकी वजह से हम अटक जाते हैं, So we were blessed with the happiness. We are generally blessed with happiness and abundance if we realize the importance of gratitude in our life. So we had a gratitude session which was conducted by our angel Sujata Sahai. She sensitized us at many levels. She told us that we should have an attitude of gratitude, and I really liked, she mentioned that in the session, that you need to have this gratitude even for the house that you live in. It protects us from so many different aspects in life, and even the walls of your house. So she made us so aware that how ungrateful we are in life. And also we had, I would like to mention our, angel Venkat. He had a very interesting thing to share in the session. He actually sat down and calculated the amount of food he has taken till now in his life. So he calculated around andaza 4 or 5 meals in a day. So into 365 into his age. So that came out total to be 85,000 meals. And then he said that I realized that how ungrateful I am to, maybe the, people in our house who, like our mothers, our wives, our sisters who keep tirelessly working, and cooking for us. And we don't even bother to say a thank you. But जिस दिन सब्जी में नमक कम होता है उस दिन ज़रूर हम point out करते हैं. So these are the small aspects, we really learned a lot in the sessions. So it is so important to express our gratitude. And also, of course, in the end, a big thank you to Arjun and Parth. I have been always very, not a very online savvy person, so these two people have been the pillars of support for me. Wherever I got stuck, they kind of pushed me ahead, ki, okay, aise karna hai, waise karna hai. So big thank you to both of you. In the end, I would just like to mention about the benefits that we experienced out of these sessions. The first thing is that there are times in our lives, again, when we become irregular with following Guruji's protocol. Attending these sessions, we get a lot of energy and positivity, which helps us to get back on our path easily. So group system supports. Doing all these activities on a weekly basis helps us to follow them regularly on a daily basis. It gets registered in our subconscious mind, and we tend to follow them religiously as per the experiences shared by the members who attended these sessions. So in these online meetings, all the KMGians come together. We get a platform where we can share so much, because after the end of every session, we have a 10 or 15 minutes of discussion, the Gyan Charcha part, where we share our experiences, we share our doubts, we share anything that is there in our mind very freely. So it's a very comfortable platform where we can interact. And we had just started these sessions just 5 Sundays back, and the amount of bonding and love that we are sharing is amazing because of these sessions. So we are actually a team of 54 members. So a big thank you to all the 54 team members for their love and support. I've been given the credit to come here and speak, but actually I'm representing all of them. Without their support, nothing is possible. Alone, I can't do anything. I've also been told by Vatsalji to speak about the future activities of the group. I think we are being very enthusiastic, so I'll just share about that. We intend to start the offline satsang because it was like a magic and we all are missing it so much. So in this satsang, basically one of the member in Mumbai used to become the host, and the other people used to come to his house, and we used to again follow all of Guruji's protocol, like we used to do Guru Paduka puja, again acupressure, PHP, and meditation together, sing bhajans, again discuss, read Guruji's books. So all these activities we were doing. But a lot of people shared that after attending these sessions, they started becoming very regular with acupressure and book reading, etc. So we are also, on the online platform, we are also planning to start group chanting. Like, one session totally dedicated to all kinds of chanting. Because I myself was not very regular with chantings, but once we started doing on the group, I now do it regularly, in my house. And there's one person, Sachin, who's first time come here for the retreat. He actually happened to find an app, easy chanting app, which really helps me even when you're traveling. So it gives a count of your chant 108, and I use that app, and it really helps me, and it becomes interesting also, the chanting part. So that was one of the things. And we also intend to start with group pranayam, which one of the members is going to introduce us with the Tibetan breathing also. So we'll have that session. Also in our group, we started having healing, group healings, if some member in our team is not well, or their family is not well, or if they are facing a lot of stress or some issue in their workplace, personal life, so if they share it on the group, we all together give healing to that person. So till now the result has been 100%. People have been helped and cured. So we intend to have a session separately for this also, maybe every weekend, so that all of us are happy, healthy, and full of energy. And also we intend to start with group yoga, because I personally feel, it's my personal opinion, I may be wrong, that just doing meditation and chanting, there's a lot of inertia that comes in the body. So we need some physical activity also. Of course, PHP and Tibetan rites are there. So we're planning to introduce some basic yoga postures, which helps us to have some nice activity in the body. And in the end, we intend to start some regular activities on a daily basis also. That's being very ambitious, but I hope we can do something about it. And of course, everything, the source is Guruji and Guruma and their blessings. If that is that, I think we can achieve anything. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Gujan. Very nice. You are doing great work. We really appreciate. So, next I request Gayatri Anand. We have got one palm reading actually, which is very interesting subject. But few people will have more interest, and it is really a scientific, even though many of them are not known actually. So she will tell some details about that.
Pranam Guruji, Pranam Guruma. My pranams and invocation to Panchanguli Mata Devi, who is the goddess, or who is the source for Hasta Jyotish as a science. As Guruji said, this is a science. We started this initiative actually after the Matheran retreat. In the Matheran retreat, Guruji had drawn on a board, the basics of palmistry. Of course, his book contains a lot of content related only to health. And that piqued the interest of a lot of people in the group. So we actually started a WhatsApp group around 2019 December. That was an initiative of Abhishek. I don't see him here, but he was the one who was very interested in starting this, and we all, all of us who were interested got into the group and started exchanging, the readings that Guruji had shared with many people, inside the KMG group or outside of it, whom Guruji had, suggested as to what the problem is. So that started developing our knowledge. In 2020, we asked, in fact, through puja, I nudged puja that asked Guruji if we can start a session where we kind of, exchange this knowledge and make it more formal. Guruji shot it down. He said, palmistry is not a domain of knowledge. It's a domain of vision. It's a domain of knowing, which means you must have the insight to be able to see beyond what is really written in the knowledge plane. And that hit me as a dart. Frankly, I said, okay, what is this? And to be honest, my interest in palmistry got piqued when I met Guruji in 2015, because he just saw the hands and the entire chitta was out. You know, in just 5 seconds, not even 5 seconds, 4 seconds maybe, and everything was out. You know, he said so much about who I am in terms of my habits, my behaviors, my relations, of course, my health. I was very, very piqued as to how could somebody do this in 5 seconds. And so that was aside, you know, I kept it. I said, let me figure out. Then I, you know, scouted for books, and I found some books. Again, thank Dr. Srimaliji, Narayan Dutt Srimaliji, whose book we follow. But that again, I couldn't relate to because it was a lot of knowledge. And I know we can't hold so much knowledge in our brains. So I was constantly looking for how do we do this? How do we do this? And then last April in the Vizag retreat, to be honest, Guruji had made a speech and I saw the agony in his eye. He said, you know, I'm doing so much. Why are you people not, you know, putting your 100% in practicing what I have given you? And I was one of the culprits because I wasn't doing the morning meditation regularly. I was doing it, but then it was not very regular. And I resolved on that day that 4 a.m. meditation I will never miss. And 2021, April 4th, onwards till date, I have not missed a single instance of 4 a.m. meditation. September 29th, we asked Guruji that we are now wanting to start an online session, you know, where we'll share the knowledge. And he readily agreed. So I knew that the grace and the blessings are coming our way, and thanks Guruji for that. And so we've started an online session which is conducted every week. We've conducted 26 sessions so far, 6 months almost done, and all of these sessions are recorded. All of these sessions are available online. We've also, so what we have basically done is we've consumed whatever knowledge Guruji's book had and the other 2 books, Dr. Ghansham Singh Birla, his book is also very, very good. The way we approach, and therefore why do we do this or what do we want out of it? One, I again seek Guruji your grace and blessing that we, this entire group, the people in this group, have the ability to heal and transform any hand that they look at. Just the look, and they are able to see what the difference, you know, what is the conflict, what is the imbalance in the body, mind, and soul. You know, the purpose of human existence is integration of body, mind, and soul. And palmistry is a language which can express what is the elements of body, mind, and soul, you as a person. And your awareness of, therefore, you know, what is the imbalance, and your judgment of using your free will to create that balance. That is our lookout for these sessions. We are not here to tell future or anything. We are only looking at this entire domain to see how do we create body mind, and soul balance. Because without that integration, there is a lot of conflict. We have relationship conflicts. We are unhappy. We are not peaceful. So our lookout is to see, can we look at this person as a whole? Where is the imbalance in body, mind, and soul? And what needs to be done to create that balance? And I again seek your blessings that we have that insight, that vision, as we look at a palm, so that we are able to, you know, really give the right, even the example that I gave yesterday. I knew that there is something wrong in the brain, but could I say that it was a clot, it is here, it is there? That insight is still on its way, and I'm hoping that, you know, that blessing will come through. But that's the idea, you know, we would like to have to identify the imbalances and use our free will to correct it. And my sincere request is, if you can practice all the protocols that Guruji has given, the grace of the higher beings, and he just in his speech said that higher beings have all are keeping you in the vision. They are, we as KMGians are in the, you know, in the vision of the higher beings, and they are there to help us. So if we can do our duty, we'll be able to get the grace to really use this art, this science, for the benefit and transformation of people. That is our lookout. That is the purpose with which we have started this. And we also intend to kind of publish all the learnings that we've had, all the palms that we've read so far, and the readings of that as a book, so that it's available as you know, domain for anybody to visit anytime. That's all I would like to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Actually, palmistry is really very interesting, but it is highly complicated also. Lot of complication is there, because you will see one line, but there will be exactly opposite another line which contradict that character. Then how do you tell the result? So your prediction goes wrong. Then the person may suffer actually. So some people, negative-minded people, we should not reveal the fault. Then he will be all the time thinking, I got cancer, I got cancer. But those who are positive, you have to tell them so that they will be careful. So many lines are just crisscross, so you can't exactly tell. Unless and until you are very familiar. This is very, very complicated. That's why I tell the vision is required. So I don't want, that's why initially I did not give much importance to the people when they came, because they may create any calm. But I felt they got a great desire. So it is, actually I really appreciate. It's very interesting, very, very interesting. See, when I met my guru actually, is the first many years back, he told the European technology, the Europeans, they are exporting all discarded machines to Asian countries for testing. And they made lot of money. And never the test become perfect. So I want Asian people not to depend on that type of testing. You should have vision to see what is the problem. That is what he told me. So for me, I can look, yesterday that lady was there. I can feel what is the problem. But for you, it may be very difficult because you can't go it very high. But for you, easiest way is just have the hand. The hand will give approximately 70% of the characteristic and some level of time period. So that I want you to develop. Once you develop, go on developing, then you will be able to see the face in the aura and exactly tell. Initially, it is not easy to see the aura and tell. It's very tough. Unless and until you are powerful and you have got total love to the universe. Not even a 1% minus any thought, you will not have vision. So actually Gayatri is doing very good actually. I really appreciate you. And it's really a tough work, it is not. There may be, okay. Thank you very much, Gayatri. Next is Suman hosting a global satsang, which is highly appreciated, very rare. So, and she is not a technologist or anything, but doing such a heavy work or high work is to be highly appreciated. And it is really marvelous. And all the team, I really appreciate actually.
Pranam Guruji. Pranam Guruma. Pranam to all of you. So how are you, dear family? Happy? I'm using Guruji's dialogue because that is the only emotion that I can feel when I see all of you. The global satsang that we conducted this time, the group who actually worked behind the scenes, you all got to see the magic. We were very serious online, but behind the scenes, Advaitji, Anushka, our total comedian, where is Mr. Arjun? But highly, highly, highly qualified. To tell you honestly, Guruji, if we didn't have this kind of a group, which was so clear in demarking their own capabilities and understanding how they can contribute to make an entire global satsang happen, can only be due to the grace and the clarity which Guruji has given us. It's impossible. So let me go back to the story. So one fine day, we see Advaitji's post saying that we would like to host an online global satsang. So who can volunteer for it? Very enthusiastically, I put my name for it, not knowing what I'm getting into, honestly speaking, because this was something which was never done before. Secondly, it was something which I've never done in my life. Yes, many times I've spoken to you impromptu, like what I'm trying to do today, but the kind of technical knowledge and the kind of grace that is required to actually put forth the thoughts, the teachings, and the principles of a guru was actually very daunting. How did it happen? We all put our names for this satsang, and we said that Advait, you can lead it, and you can tell us what should we do. And Advait ji, believe me, the most humble person you can ever see out here. In fact, he actually melts behind the scene. But the way he has handled the entire satsang, hats off. In my life, if I ever had a boss, he should be it. We should actually learn from the way Advaitji actually handled the whole team. He was very clear in his instructions. He told 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we would like to do. And then he said, who would like to volunteer for it? Beautiful. So he put it on us. You understand your capability and you come forth. So we did that. And in the end, this was such a conglomeration that each and every one was actually holding hands of each other. Okay, can you do this? I'll help you in this. Beautiful. This is what a KMG family stands for, which you will never get in any organization anywhere in the world. Impossible. Impossible. No ego. No saying that I am the one doing it.
Actually, it was perfectly done. I can tell 99%, even 100% perfectly done. Because I have several experience of these things. And it has produced high positive energy in our system. I'm very thankful for all the group.
To get back to the process, each one was given a particular thing to do, and it was voluntary, so everyone was giving 100%. So we all decided together that we will approach Vatsalji and ask him, what should we do with these steps? And Vatsalji said, let me speak to Guruji. And he went and got it approved. So each and every step that we did was actually through his grace and blessings. He said, follow this. And that's all that we did. We just followed. And you can see the result. When you follow Guruji's directions, you are in perfect sync and alignment with the universe. And each one of us was aligned to each one's energies. And that is grace which was flowing from each one of us. When we went and got the approval, then all of us decided that now we have to decide what is the content that has to be shown. So there were suggestions from each and every one that we are supposed to talk about PHP, we will talk about Om Namah Shivaya, we will conduct about Om Shanti, and these are the steps that we have to follow. We were very clear. This is what it is. Then we were very clear about timelines. Each one was given a particular timeline, but the bomb was yet to come. So Advaitji one day dropped a bomb. Suman, you are conducting the show, you're going to compare it. I said, yes, very enthusiastically, yes. And then he says, you write the script. I said, what? He says, you write the script. Ah, script. 2 days I was blank. I'm thinking, we have a group, KMG group, ably guided by Guruji and Guruma, who has given us so much in-depth knowledge. What can I say in that? So the first panic call went to Vatsalji. Vatsalji, what is it that we are supposed to say? So he said, be spontaneous like how you say, and you can talk about this, 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 and this. Okay, very enthusiastically, let's talk about oneness. Let's talk about us being a global KMG family. And because it's COVID time and we've got this wonderful opportunity and we are going to get live darshan of our Guru, very enthusiastic, let's put it this way. Fine. All done. We sat and wrote the script. And then we said, Guru Vani, we should have Guru Vani. And when the Guru Vani came, it was entirely different. That was not the only concept that we were supposed to talk about. We are supposed to express and understand the presence of a live Guru in our life. What is Guru Tattva? And what does it mean to have him within you or you within him? And that actually was the turning point, because that became the source, the root on which the entire Global Connect Satsang was conducted. I must apologize to Advait, because he said that you are given a certain timeline to finish the script. I was blank. Sorry, it took me time. But he was so sweet. He said, take your time, Sumanji. Take your time. Then came the time that, okay, what are the words that we are supposed to use? So we would put it on the group. And each and every member would actually come up with the suggestions that we should add in the script. So Venkatji had something, Preeti had something, Gunjan said, Lalitaji said. So we created a kind of a global plate from which we were supposed to express how we felt about being a part of the family and about being able to see our Guru live, experience him in our lives, and understand the importance of having a live Guru. The journey so far was, I'm talking about the background thing. And then came the time that we wanted to have a trial run. Believe me, each and every member was up 6 o'clock, and we had 3 trial runs. And the trial runs were so specific. The first one that we had was for 2 hours, and then we decided, okay, is it the timing that we should finish everything? Right down to 2 minutes is the time that you will speak. 3 minutes is the time that we will show the PHP exercises, and then we will have this break and this. You know, it was so structured. So working like this was with so much of clarity. We knew exactly which member had to do what. Another beautiful point was that Arjun was seamlessly working in making sure that all the videos were collected from all different sources. And each member was allotted that Rita ji would show the PHP exercises, Anushka would talk about, Anushka would say Om Shanti, Venkat ji would say Om Namah Shivaya, then we had Guru Vani. All of this was collected way beforehand, edited, kept ready. So during the trial run, except for my script, everything was ready. And the beautiful part was, the second trial run, we said, let's have it at the time in the morning when we are going to have the actual satsang. So let's have a live experience of it. And it was seamless. Seamless. And to top it all, Guruji was there for a trial run. He actually supervised each and everything section and what has to be done, what has to be changed. And even the fact that when he will come online at that particular time, he was there. When you understand that you are, you just give yourself up, totally become empty. What comes out of you is what you have seen. For me to speak whatever has been spoken, these are not my words. Sat listening to Guru Vani maybe 5 times, 6 times, and then I said, Guruji wants to say something. What is it that we should convey? The entire script was written in one night after meditation, and words just flowed. So it was not me who was speaking. His message came to you. When you become empty, you become the medium of universal grace. Didn't all of you feel that? When we were talking, we actually saw people crying. Nataraj told me that he was in the other room and he was crying. How can that happen? It can only happen because you connected to your source. Right? Do we all agree to that? You know, the part about healing, we were all saying that how do we take this forward? And the suggestion, yours truly came up with, let's have a section of healing. And when this happened, Khurshid ji was there, and I kept on forgetting the name of Ashwini. They have not shown it in the blooper, but yes, I have this. Sorry, but I kept on saying some other name, and believe me, during the entire live event, all of them were tensed. Suman will remember the name or not. But again, it's His grace, the name, the session, the healing, everything happened. And as a continuation of that, I would say, Gunjanji is actually doing healing sessions in the group. I myself requested that please heal me. There was some trouble, and I was thinking maybe I will not be able to attend. And my father was sick, and I requested them, please do some healing. He's perfect. Oh, there was some negative energy there. Okay.
Yeah, time.
Okay, Guruji. So I have been told to reduce, so I will reduce. Otherwise, again, 1 more hour I will take of yours. But anyways, dear family, thank you for connecting together. And each one of you moving forward. Today, Guruji has shown that there are groups which are joining together to do certain seva. Request all of you, according to your capacity, please try to join them. It's okay if you can't be there every Sunday, but even if you're there one Sunday, you will see the difference. Yes, Thursdays are very, very important. What has happened in our group is only one thing. Guruji has given us the direction. Now the only thing is action, up to you, but I am going to be 100% active.
Thank you so much. Very nice. See, I request Mr. Advait and Anushka to talk something about KMG Connect. But time is 10 minutes. Because everybody knows you very well and what activity you are doing. But I want some. Oh, enough.
Guruji, after this we are doing pranam and it's over.
Pardon?
After this only pranam and over. Only few people are there. This is the last year.
This is the last. Everybody is tired? Yes. Very good. So we'll continue.
Mic check. Om Shanti, Om Namah Shivaya. So thank you, first of all, Guruji and Guruma for giving this opportunity, and thank you, Vatsal, for accommodating this segment on this lovely retreat. I would not take a lot of time, just a few key things. While I'm sure you would have watched the various KMG Connect episodes, a little bit behind what goes behind or the concept of this Connect. So this was started with a simple idea that, we have all these protocols to be followed. But practically, once we start implementing those protocols, we start facing some challenges. So the basic concept was trying to understand from all the KMGians, especially the KMGians who have undergone chronic diseases ranging from cancer, mental illnesses, and various other complexities, about how they have incorporated and internalized Guruji's healing protocol in their life. And with the help of that, what are the transformations that they have experienced within themselves, outside of themselves, is basically to just capture this. And through that process, dispel the knowledge, so that many of us, right, we are weak in incorporating certain aspects of the protocol. We have our own strengths and weaknesses. So as to be able to supplement or address some of those weaknesses through those knowledge insight on these interviews. That was the main idea. Now, of course, in the current season, we have also touched upon some spiritual topics, but we've found a common bridge in terms of, I think, physical health, mental health is all interrelated. It's one and the same thing, really. So sharing just two interesting experiences while we've conducted these interviews. The first experience is about, all these KMG interviews that have happened. Each of the participants have been selected by Guruji. It has not been somebody that I thought of or Anushka thought of. So this list was given in advance to us, and then it was left to us in terms of how do we work out the various logistics around it. So as Gunjan also said, right, necessity is the mother of invention. It would not have been possible for us to physically go and interview because it was difficult with Corona and all that. So we had to come up with some creative solution, and then we investigated, found out the various podcasting alternatives, and finally technologically we secured it. The other challenge was getting the time, because every one of us is busy, even if we may be working from home at home. So one interesting experience is we were trying to get the dates from a particular person in our group. Somehow the person used to give a date, and on that date we used to set up everything, but somehow or the other some challenge used to come and the interview would not happen. It happened not once, it happened twice. Then one day, because we were always having a plan A, plan B, if this interview is not happening, somebody else is there. So we didn't run out of choices. We had a long list, still do have. We were just exchanging messages with Guruji, and we mentioned this person, somehow this interview is not happening, Guruji. So Guruji said, don't worry, this person is not following the protocols. And this person was also diagnosed, or rather there was a relapse of cancer in this person. So it's just, unbelievable how some things really happen. The second experience is also in terms of, I think, some of the feedback that I have received is the questions that get asked during this interview. How are these questions formed? And to be honest, these questions, we have a predefined set of questions that we share with the candidates before the interview. But during the process of the interview, we are so connected with the Guru element that some of these key questions, they are inspired. They are not written, because sometimes I'm checking in my notes, you might have seen in the interview, I'm checking in my notes, trying to find the right question, and a different question comes. Now, all this will not be visible, but I'm just sharing it since we have this opportunity. And, literally can sense Guruji is asking, ask him that, ask her that. So, these are the two interesting experiences. There are many others, but lack of time, I just wanted to share these two. And there's a short video that we've done, just taking some of the key highlights across all these episodes that we've aired so far. They contain some good takeaways for all of us, kind of summarizing what we've learned over the course of the last 2 to 3 days. So just bring it on. Maybe we'll play that. And would request all the KMG Connect interview participants, as their video is aired, kindly please come in front of the stage. And then we will continue from there. So let's bring on the video first.
He himself opened the door and he hugged me and he said, give me all your diseases. And that was the moment I started crying. The awareness that Guruji has given us, the conscious, he always writes in his messages, be alert. So having that alertness helps a lot. what you are eating is not out of unconscious mind. You are very alert while you are putting something in your mouth.
Destiny is not a fixed thing. Destiny is a NPR, or it's a array of things. If you take this path, you go there. If you take that path, you go there. So what choices you make is left to you.
But when I went to him first thing, the first thing what attracted me in Guruji is his affectionate, loving eyes. He hugged me and he said, "You are a blessed soul." And at that time, I really started crying.
Sometimes Guruji gets angry with you when you don't follow his practices. But actually, that anger is a product of his immense concern, care for his all followers. Because he knows when you don't follow his instructions, what the future is going to be.
So Guruji said, he looked at me regarding seeing me, and he said, "Okay, you come tomorrow, next day, to my house." But I was a bit skeptical, no doubt about it. That evening I was skeptical, because after having been examined and treated upon by all this medical fraternity, what Guruji will have to offer me. This is what my initial feeling. I would put it this way, that first of all, is very approachable. He was very approachable. The smiling countenance, he received both of us, and that sort of magnetism I experienced in his presence. His loving glances, and it actually shown me that he is actually interested in me, in my well-being. That experience I had got in the initial seconds I met him.
That's something. I mean, he doesn't want us to be Ambani and Tata. He wants us to be that. He wants us to work with the universe, for the universe. The journey has been beautiful.
My sister was very angry. She thought I was childish not to understand the consequences of cancer. She took me to the best oncologist in the Hyderabad city. And everybody was counseling me, saying that if you don't do these procedures, death is inevitable. And if death comes, death will be very painful. That why do you want to choose for that kind of a death? So be prepared to have chemos and all. But I did not budge. I was stuck to my decision. I said no. Then my sister was very, 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 very angry. She came to Guruji. She said, "Because of you, my sister is refusing to take chemotherapy. Can you guarantee the life of my sister?" Guruji coolly smiled and said, "Can you guarantee me that your chemo will not relapse? Can you give me the guarantee?" My sister had no answer. Then he said, "In my system, I will give you 100% guarantee. She will be totally healed and there will be no relapse." I was operated in December 2006. Now it is 15 years down the lane. In these 15 years, I never ever visited a doctor, not even for one consultation.
And I think it was that one click of a ring, and Guruji said, "Yes, Janki, how are you?" I think as if it was that Guruji was expecting my call, or it was like a pre-planned event or something. And I just told him everything, and he said, "That's not uterus cancer, it's blood." And I was like, okay. And my voice was a little shivering, and I was like, "Guruji, I don't know what to do. I'm like shocked right now." And he said, it's the most simplest disease that I can cure. And it was like, okay. And that was the kind of relief that I got. And he was like, "Don't think about anything, just come to India."
One thing what I learned after or during my healing process of cancer, that if we are blessed with Guru, our Guru will definitely protect us only if we would follow his guidance, because he will never override our free will to protect us.
So one day my mother asked, "So when will she get married?" The usual question that all parents ask. So, you know, he was so sweet, but he was so firm. He said, see now everything could fall down and all three of us could die just this moment. So, what's the need to know the future? I think that was the
As I
master
said
stroke.
earlier, we are having a comfortable and life because they have sacrificed their life. They have surrendered, and to, I would say, they have surrendered to us that we are able to enjoy our life and live our life in peace and happiness. And they have sacrificed so much of their family life for all of us. So while we all surrender to the Guru, we also have to surrender to this lovely family of Guruji, that who have adopted us as their own family and as their own children.
We KMGians are very fortunate. We got a Guruji in physical form, an enlightened master. And what to expect from him? What to expect from him? Nothing. Master, this is the soul, which is actually a drop from the superconscious. When I realize this conscious within me, when I have this awareness within me, what will I expect from the Master? I'll just say, Master, just have me. This is it. I'm at your service. Make me the most useful tool in this world. Make me, allow me, use me to the good of your cause. That's it. My Janma is Dhanya.
म्हणजे आपण जे अफर्मेशन्स रोज म्हणतो, आय एम डिव्हाइन सोल, आय एम फुल ऑफ लव्ह, पीस, ब्लीस, तर या गोष्टी तुमच्या मनामध्ये किंवा तुमच्यात किती उतरल्या आहेत, तुम्ही त्या गोष्टींमध्ये किती अखंड बुडालेला आहात, यावरती खूप काही अवलंबून आहे. हे तुम्ही ज्यावेळेला स्वतः पीसफुल बनता त्यावेळेला तुमचं शरीर पूर्ण, म्हणजे तुमची प्रत्येक पेशी आणि पेशी ही त्या शांततेमध्ये, त्या समाधानामध्ये अकंठ बुडालेली असते आणि मग तिचं काम हे नॉर्मल सुरू व्हायला सुरू होतं.
I used to have a lot of pain in the initial stage when I met Guruji, from shoulder to, and as soon as I wake up. So I go to Guruji, I tell him that, and Guruji says, pour hot water, it'll get all right. So when you take bath, do that, you'll get all right, and do self-healing also. So twice it happened, right? The third time again, I told him, Guruji, I'm doing that also, but I'm self-healing, but still it is paining. So that time he got very well, and he said that, what you're saying, pain, body pain, do you know how much pain I get after healing? I really was in tears, I felt, here is someone who's taking pains of others. I am complaining about some body pain which I have no reason about. And he takes up pains of people. When he heals, I have told Guruma has told that kabhi kabhi wo healing karke so jata hai. He sleeps for quite some time. So much pain he takes of people. What we are complaining about, these kind of pains. I still remember that. So you really don't feel like asking about small things like headache, pain, body pain, or even your cancer also. He's given enough tools for us to handle now. He's really equipped us like commandos. We can handle anything. Anything is possible for us.
So I'm reminded of one of John Milton's poem. We had this during our school days. This is, Milton was a great poet, but at the age of 43, he became blind. So there's one poem he wrote on his blindness. So the last lines of that poem, it kind of it formed an imprint in my mind. And that line goes like this: they also serve who stand and wait. Because initially Milton was very angry with God, because for a writer, when his eyesight is gone, he's totally helpless. Then he realized, no, God has something for me. He has done this, he has done it with a purpose. And then he wrote this poem on his blindness. What he wanted to say was, whatever ability or disability we are having is all given by God, to accept it. And find out your purpose in life and go ahead.
KMG Connect
जोड़े है दिल से दिल को, गुरु भक्ति का प्रसाद बांटे है हम सबको, गुरु ज्ञान के अनुसरण करने की प्रेरणा और जीवन के संघर्ष में मुस्कुराने की तमन्ना, हर गुणों से परे जाने की चेष्टा और जीवन मुक्त होने की दृढ़ संभावना, हजारों सूरज से प्रकाशित यह पूर्ण ब्रह्म बनने की चाह जगाए हम सबको। केएमजी कनेक्ट जोड़े है दिल से दिल को, केएमजी कनेक्ट जोड़े है दिल से दिल को।
the trophy.